Princess Leonor and Prince Christian, Spain's $14 million triple wedding explained. The palace bells ring, crowds gather, cameras flash. A royal wedding, expected. Routine, tradition. But wait, this is no ordinary wedding. Not one, not two, three. A triple wedding worth $14 million. And at the center, Princess Leonor of Spain, Prince Christian of Denmark. And a union that has stunned Europe and the world. How did this happen? Why 3 ceremonies? And what secrets lie behind this unprecedented royal event? Let's begin where the story truly starts. Princess Leonor, heir to the Spanish throne. Born in 2005, raised under the weight of expectation, the crown always her destiny. Prince Christian, Denmark's future king, born just 2 years earlier, molded by centuries of tradition. 2 royal lives running parallel, crossing at events, state dinners, summer gatherings in Majorca. The friendship grew, whispers followed, and when news broke of not 1, but 3 ceremonies uniting their paths, the world gasped. The first wedding, intimate and sacred. Held within the ancient cathedral walls of Madrid. Witnesses limited. Only family, clergy, and the closest of confidants. The air thick with incense, the candles glowing against stone walls that have seen centuries of royal vows. This was not for the cameras, not for the crowds. This was for them, Leonor and Christian, choosing love before God, before duty, before the gaze of millions. The second, political and ceremonial. The Palace of El Pardo transformed into a dazzling stage. Heads of state, European monarchs, dignitaries from across the world seated beneath gilded chandeliers. Here, every detail whispered diplomacy. The flowers chosen to represent Spanish unity. The music blending Danish hymns and Spanish marches. The seating chart itself a map of Europe's fragile alliances. This was not merely a wedding, it was a summit, a declaration of continuity, stability, and shared future. And the third, the one the world saw. The people's wedding. An outdoor spectacle in the heart of Madrid, streets overflowing with roses, flags, and voices. Millions tuned in across Europe, America, Asia. The dress, a masterpiece of silk and tradition, embroidered with symbols of both Spain and Denmark. The crown jewels gleaming. The kiss, timed perfectly as the bells rang, echoing across the city. This was theater, romance, spectacle, designed to capture hearts and remind the world that royalty still dazzles in the age of cynicism. But why 3? Why the staggering $14 million price tag? The answer lies in both politics and history. Spain, scarred by past scandals, knows the monarchy's survival depends on its connection to the people. A hidden ceremony would not suffice. A political one alone would feel sterile. And a public one without intimacy would lack authenticity. By choosing 3, Leonor and Christian balanced all demands: private faith, public duty, and national connection. Yet the cost sparked debate. €14 million in a country facing economic challenges. Critics pounced. Politicians questioned priorities. But supporters defended it fiercely. This was not expense, they said, it was investment. A chance to unify the nation, boost tourism, restore pride, and solidify Europe's royal network. And beneath the glittering layers, family tension simmered. King Felipe, proud but cautious, knew the stakes. Every move scrutinized, every euro justified. Queen Letizia, once an outsider herself, remembered the cost of stepping into royal life. Did she look at her daughter with pride? Or with quiet fear that history could repeat itself? In Denmark, Queen Mary, herself a commoner turned queen, understood Leonor's journey more than anyone. Her presence at the ceremonies carried silent solidarity. Crown Prince Frederick balanced his father's tradition with his son's modern path. Together, the families walked a tightrope, old world meeting new, crowns meeting reality. And what of Leonor herself? Imagine her thoughts. From childhood, she was told she was more than herself, she was Spain's future. Yet here, in these ceremonies, she allowed herself to be simply a bride, a woman in love, making choices that blended duty with humanity. For Christian, raised with the same weight of expectation, the ceremonies meant more than romance. They meant partnership, an alliance, a merging of futures that could one day redefine Europe's monarchy. The gifts exchanged at the ceremonies carried weight, too. From Spain, an ancient heirloom sword, symbol of defense and honor. From Denmark, a crown jewel once hidden during wartime, symbol of endurance. Each gift more than gold, each a message. Our histories meet here. Our futures are tied here. But not everyone celebrated. In the streets, Republicans protested. In Parliament, debates erupted over the price, over monarchy's place in modern Spain. And in whispers across Europe, speculation ran wild. Would this union strengthen monarchy, or make it vulnerable to even greater scrutiny? The emotional weight of the triple wedding was undeniable. Tears flowed as Leonor embraced her younger sister Sophia, who stood as her maid of honor. Applause roared as the young couple waved from the palace balcony, a symbol of continuity, love, and fragile hope. The music swelled, the flags waved, and for one moment, a fractured continent paused to believe in fairy tales again. Yet behind the fairy tale lies reality. The cost, the politics, the pressures, all remain. For Leonor and Christian, the journey has only begun. 3 ceremonies may have united them in love and duty, but their reigns will test them in ways no wedding day could prepare them for. The story of Spain's $14 million triple wedding is not simply about extravagance. It is about survival, of a monarchy, of tradition, of love in the face of scrutiny. It is about how 2 young royals stood before history and said, "We will carry it forward, together." And the world, whether in awe, in doubt, or in protest, will never forget the day when royalty dared to do what no one expected. Not 1 wedding, not 2, but 3, because sometimes, to hold on to the future, you must rewrite the past. And for Princess Leonor and Prince Christian, that is exactly what they have done.